Hey my friend, top of the AM, top of the PM, top of the noonday to you. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, I want you to go on and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. Today is Walking Bass Wednesday and we're going to start. This is the last week of January. We already looked at Take the A Train, did a lot of stuff like, checking out walking bass patterns that we can put onto that tune. We're going to start. The next standard that I want to look at is Just the Way You Look Tonight, or The Way You Look Tonight by Franks Sinatra. If you get into blue collar bass playing, if you play any weddings or anything like that, you're going to play this tune. You're going to play it a lot. So why not use this as an opportunity to start learning it and getting familiar with rhythm changes. So this song is kind of based around rhythm changes, and you may have heard of that term before. Rhythm changes is kind of like blues, and the changes are different, but what I mean is that these are a set of chord changes that composers put melodies to. Originated from the Gershwin tune I Got Rhythm, but a lot of tunes are written with those chord changes, just like blues that have similar chord changes, different melodies. It's the same concept. So what I want to do is look at the first 8 bars, okay, and see how we can map that across the neck. All right, so check it out. Let's get started. So we've got an E flat in the first bar, C minor 7 in the next bar, F minor 7 in the next bar, B flat 7 in the next bar. In bar number 5, we've got G minor 7, C dominant 7 in bar 6, F minor 7 in bar 7, and then B flat 7 in measure 8. So these are the first 8 measures of rhythm changes, right? And if we used numbers, okay, we would have 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, and then that leads us back to 1. Okay, so to help you get sense of that, I'm going to go to a common shape. Okay, I'm going to look at it that way from my second finger, and I would have 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, and then 1. But I can tell you, if I stayed in that pattern, and if I kept my hands in that box, the things that I play are going to be square, right? They're going to sound square. So I want to start looking at this scale a different way. The first way I'm going to look at, or the second way actually, because we already did the second finger shape. The next way I'm going to look at it is from the first finger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So now if I just number these, right, I have 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, and then back to 1. Okay, that's in one place on the neck. Also, I can look at, let's see. So I'm trying to give you some shortcuts, but I don't want to shortcut it too much, because the trick is knowing different places on the neck to see that scale, but not being tied into one fingering pattern, right? So now let me just look at the roots, okay? I have 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Let's say I just loop that and just play the roots. Now on this tune, really on the A section, the bass player is only playing roots. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and we'll get into the chord qualities in a second, but I just want to kind of look at the root movement real quick. So I forgot the 3. Let me do that again. 1, 6, 2, 5. Now 3, 6, 2, 5. Okay, so that's one place to look at it. Now let me say let's say I'll find a new place to play 6, right? 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay, so that's a couple of different ways of looking at that. So for instance, if I put 2 chords in each measure, so let's say I had E flat, C minor in one measure, and then I had F and B flat in the next bar, right? So I'm squeezing them all together. So so what I'm doing there is connecting the dots, like I said before. So 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5. Now if I approach each one of those chords, from, let's say I'm going to go a half step above each note, so from higher in pitch. So I'll go, what's an approach? I'm going to the C, so a chromatic note above that is going to be that note, right? A chromatic note above F is going to be that note, F sharp, or a chromatic note above B flat is going to be, chromatic note above G is going to be G sharp. So now what I wind up with is this line. You see what I mean? So let's say I go a half step below each one of those targets. Remember, well, you may not remember if you didn't see the video. One of the last videos I put up on a Walking Bass Wednesday, I was saying that each one of these chords is like one of those connect the dots. So E flat is a dot, C minor is a dot, F minor is a dot, B flat is a dot, G is a dot. And these chromatic notes are the lines we draw in between. So now I'm going to go a chromatic approach below each one of those notes. So if C is my target, an approach above would be C sharp, an approach below would be B flat. B. So I did there was I changed where I saw. There's 6, there's 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5. Okay, so I think the thing that's important to get out of this video is, one, you want to know, you want to see your scale from different shapes. You want to. Now, some people will take that and they'll look at my hands and they'll be looking for a fingering shape, and that's fine. But what you want to do is you want to use your ears. Don't just use your hands, right? You want to use your ears, and you want to number these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That's all up on one string. Now, you're not going to play rhythm changes up on one string like that. Well, you might. All I'm saying is start looking for different pathways for your scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's say I'm here. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay, let's go below. 1, 6, 2, 5. Now for 3, right? Or where else is 3? We know that we're in the key of E flat. There's 3 right there. There's 3. So. Right? So what winds up happening is that you get yourself 2 or 3 little patterns that you really, have solid under your fingers that you don't need to think about, and then you start interchanging them. Combine those approaches, right? If I combine my chromatic approaches from below and above, I'll get a little bit more variety. So if I go something like this. So all I did was I combined different approaches from, chromatic approaches from above and below. That made the line sound a little bit different. Let's say if I do that again here. So if I go 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay. So, let me go, I'll deliberately play approaches from above, chromatic approaches from above each note. So I'll have. Now deliberately play chromatic approaches from below each target. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Now I'll combine those, right? So it'll sound something like this. So that takes a little bit of deliberate practice to, you know, to see what you're doing, right? So you might want to just play the roots. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. When you sing it and play it and put it under your fingers like that, you really start to have a better understanding of it. So try to get just that root movement down and be able to map that across the neck. Also, change keys. Let's say I'm in the key of C. So that's the box we know. If we number that when we're playing the scale, sorry, I know you guys are hearing my laptop fan noise right now, but if I number these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's 7 gonna be? 7. Where's 6? 6. Where's 5? 5. Where's 4? 4, 3, 2, 1. So if I know those numbers in that position, right? Then I can 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, or 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. If I have just that, now I can easily apply those chromatic approaches from above and below. So 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5. You see what I'm saying? So this has gotten a little bit long, so I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll talk a little bit more about this either on TED Talks base, or I'll talk a little bit more about the specific chord changes, the chord qualities and how that works. There's a little bit of a twist in one of those chords that I'll explain a little bit later. But for right now, get that under your fingers. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5. You're probably already thinking, dang, now when I go to play my little pop tunes or my funk tunes or whatever, you'll have a better understanding of that. Trust me on it. Okay? I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and the notification, and sign up at tedtalksbase.com. Peace. 2 fingers.